Who gets up at this time of the morning? And a warm welcome to the strange world of the Scruffy trade, where I try and make trading easy, maybe show you a trick or two along the way to inspire you with your trading. So if that sounds good, do smash that little subscribe button. Genuinely helps and motivates me to do more, and we'll crack on. So what are we doing? Well, I'm in the process of doing Morning Star, and the idea is to just trade a small account up before you go to work to build a nest egg. And the idea is get yourself 10 pips or so and just compound it each day. It's not stressful, apart from the fact you've got to get up at ridiculous o'clock in the morning, as I have. But the idea of it is basically you just allot yourself a couple of hours sometime during the day and you use those to trade. Because the best part of trading is patience. It's waiting. I kind of showed that to the guys in the squad yesterday. Called out the DAX and said what I was going to do, but I sat and had to wait 2.5 hours for it to come to where I needed it to be, and then it paid me very, very well. And if the guys are watching this, with luck, they'll drop in the comments and sort of testify to that. And talking of comments, do sort of put your queries or your observations, because I answer every single one of them. And again, it genuinely helps and motivates me. So let's have a little look, see what we are doing. So we started with 350 quid here. Just pop it on the summary. That is there. So 350 it started with. And we've got a nice equity curve moving up. And the idea is just to build on it each day. That's it. You know, nothing fancy. And when it comes to sort of trading, nothing is fancy. There's nothing new in trading. You know, it's just common sense and a bit of patience. And with this sheet, it helps me motivate my thoughts in the sense that I can see it physically in front of me rather than that. Because if you're going into market and you don't know where you're going or you don't know where you've been, you're basically just taking a punt. This helps me plan. And as you can see, I mean, we haven't done many trades because I had a bit of time off and now we into the run of it. But we are 4% up from where we started, so I've already outperformed the bank. And the idea is to flip it. I want to turn 350 into 700. Do that, and I'm going to have another jolly. And why not? That's what trading's all about. Now, because we didn't do 10 pips yesterday, we only got 7. I can't increase my bid. So it's going to stay just the same. When you look at the risk, when you've got a small account, you've got no option but to take risk on because of margin requirements and minimum position sizes, etc. But it is a guide, not a definitive. And that's one of the other things with trading. Just because you put a wide stop in doesn't mean say you use it. Again, that's like sort of praying. All the wide stop is, it's to stop tails taking you out. But if you see the market drifting down, just get out. You know, you're wrong. Have the mental discipline to go, I'll kill it. Because if you let it run all the way to the stop, it's going to cost you more. So again, these are guides, not definitives. Okay. And we're going to keep the position at 53. All right. So the aim today is to get that into the green. All right.
No way.
So we've got a couple of markets we can look at, which is these two here. These are the only two that I'm kind of paying attention to at this moment in time. Now, what we can see with the euro is it has come to this level here. It's failed and it's gone away. It's come back to it and it is failing again. Interesting. So that might be a good contender here. And then likewise, there's a similar story with cable. But cable is getting over the top of that level and is sort of bouncing around. And if I go out to the hourly, we can have a cleaner look at this. So it's kind of on a downward move onto here. So looks like the pressure is down. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just leave the camera running. And I'll be looking at one of these this morning. Of the two, this one looks the stronger contender for a short. Okay, so that's kind of what we're doing. So I'll see you when the trade's done. Okay guys, I need the camera to do a bit of work for the squad, so I'll come back to this later on this afternoon. I'm just going to let it play out because it's still in play. What's happened at the moment is that is the most annoying thing in the world, where it goes to within one tick of target and then rattles away. However, this is a flush out. You can see it wallop up. It can't sustain the move to the upper side, and you can see that because it's pushing, but it can't, and then it's drifted down. So I'm just going to let it grind its way back. But what you're seeing is the importance of levels. Now I always have these predetermined, and I mark them up before my trades, and it went to the pip of where I marked it. and these marks have been in since Sunday. So it's all about looking at the past to give you a vision of the future, and that's why I trust my levels. And when people start banging on about my stops, if I've got my levels right, it'll look after the chart, because it's given me the arena that I need to work within. And in this situation, I'm working between this level and the one above. If it started getting through, I just have to take my medicine, and I'm wrong. But as you can see, the structures are correct, and I'm wanting it to get down here. So I'll come back to you this afternoon when I've finished doing what I'm doing.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay, boys and girls, I'm back, and what a great day I've had today. And looking at this, it didn't be too bad on the charts either. Did a bit of work for the Scruffs. Followed that up with a video that you might see where I traded the DAX for them, because there were sort of a couple of them were a little bit unsure, and I left this in the background in the wings. Now this had its stop in place, a trailing stop and a fixed target, and as we can see, the market has collapsed. So my premise was correct, and there you go, 583. I know it's not a lot of money, but I just set an initial target, and I had stepped away from the screen as well because I wanted to go see Batman. I'm still not sure whether I liked it yet. It's okay, it's good, but it's not like any of the other normal Batman films you ever see. It's like film noir. I don't know, I might watch it again actually, see if I can get my head around it. Anyway, you don't want a film critique, then again maybe you do. But let's have a look, see what the sheet has to say. So what did I say that was? That was 583. So we'll pop the sheet on. Gives us 583. Give us 11 pips. And we'll just copy that across into here. Just like so. It was a short today. I wasn't really tired. I was kind of okay, and I was looking for. Well, I was actually looking for a push downwards, a quick push down, and it did. If we looked at it earlier on, you saw that it went down to within a tick of where it should have targeted out, and then rocketed up. And when it rocketed back up, it stopped dead on the level. Now, if it had gone beyond that level, I'd have sort of been questioning whether I was wrong. But that's the beauty of levels. They can protect you as much as sort of contain a price. So that's how I do it. And there's nothing wrong with a wide stop as long as you understand why you've got your wide stop there in the first place. And with this sort of strategy, what I'm doing, it's necessary. In fact, I think it's necessary, full stop. I don't believe in tight stops. And I'll outperform anybody that trades with a tight stop. And I kind of prove it. Why? Because it only has one job. Its sole job is to protect the account. That's it. I'm wrong, get out. It has nothing to do with risk reward. It has nothing to do with the trade setup. It is just a safety net. I plan my trade, I plan my direction, and I target accordingly. And it's as simple as that. And oh, look at that. Got my coffee as well. So, been to the cinema, seen Batman. Although, I think I got bloody mugged off the Joker or something. 25 quid for a hot dog and a bit of bloody popcorn. Jesus Christ. I mean, ooh, I could proper get off on one. I mean, today's cost a fortune. And not just for the cinema, because lady love of my life has been hitting the old computer on the other side again, having a jolly time of things as well. And I think that's why she's made me a coffee, butter me up, so I'll pay for it. But we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. But he loves Winky, so that's all right. So anyway, there we go. The sheet's looking good. I sort of flip that back and then, because I should have really showed you this beforehand, we are 6% up from the start. I know this is small, but we're dealing in pennies. And what you've got to remember is with trading, you are just working forward all the time. Don't swing for the fences, because what you'll find is you'll lose money across the long term. And that ain't trading, it's not doing a job, it's gambling. So, simple as that. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.